In this video, we're going to talk about Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra vs iPhone 15 Pro, which upcoming mobile is best for Aussies. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. An iPhone 15 Pro Max versus Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra showdown looms over the current smartphone landscape, even though neither device has been officially announced. Nevertheless, these two phones figure to be the next big releases from Apple and Samsung, and how they measure up will say a lot about the smartphone market into next year and beyond. The iPhone 15 Pro Max will be the first phone to arrive, most likely in the fall, and it's already shaping up to be one of the most anticipated devices of 2023. Apple seems to be pouring a lot of resources into its Pro models as of late, and though the iPhone 15 Pro Max figures to be a big beneficiary of that, boasting features not even available to the iPhone 15 Pro. We likely won't see the Galaxy S24 Ultra until early 2024. Nevertheless, rumors have already started circulating about this Galaxy S23 Ultra successor and what Samsung can offer next to keep its spot among the best Android phones, if not the best phone overall. iPhone 15 Pro Max with Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra price and availability. We've got a pretty good idea about the iPhone 15 release date, even if Apple is mum about its plans. New iPhones typically come out in the fall September, specifically, and that's when we're anticipating finding out about the iPhone 15 Pro Max along with the rest of the iPhone 15 lineup. iPhone 15 Pro Max with Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra design and display. Expect the basic look of the iPhone 15 Pro Max to stay the same, with some potential refinements to the design. The biggest difference could be curved sides instead of the straight edges found on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. A new action button could find its way onto the iPhone 15 Pro Max, but initial rumors about solid-state buttons on the phone may not pan out, according to some analysts. Apple is also said to be turning to a new material for the frame of the iPhone 15 Pro Max, with titanium replacing stainless steel. The former material is not only lighter, but more durable. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra colors. Similarly, we're not expecting any major display overhauls to the iPhone's 6.7-inch panel or the 6.8-inch screen on the Ultra. Both phones feature 120 Hz refresh rates, and there is one rumor that Samsung might bump that speed up to 144 Hz as a way of setting apart the phone and cementing its reputation as one of the best gaming phones. We might also see the phone makers try to ramp up the brightness of their respective panels, as that's been one way that phone makers can point to big year-over-year changes to their devices. In our iPhone 14 Pro Max versus Galaxy S23 Ultra face-off, the two phones looked equally as bright, with the iPhone 14 Pro Max registering 1,275 nits on a light reader to the Galaxy S23 Ultra's 1,225 nit reading. With the S23 Ultra promising 1,750 nits of peak brightness, there's room here for Samsung to grow. iPhone 15 Pro Max versus Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra cameras. The iPhone 14 Pro Max and Galaxy S23 Ultra already battle it out for the title of best camera phone. Samsung's phone currently holds the crown, so it's hard to imagine how either phone might improve upon what's already there. But that's apparently what Samsung and Apple aim to do. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra vs iPhone 14 Pro Max cameras. It wouldn't seem like Samsung has much room for improvement after adding a 200MP sensor to the Galaxy S23 Ultra. But one rumor suggests a larger sensor size for the S24 Ultra's main camera, allowing the lens to capture more light. The telephoto lens on the Galaxy S24 Ultra could see the bigger improvements. A rumor tips the phone to feature a 310x variable folded telephoto lens, which would do away with the need for two telephoto cameras on the back of the S24 Ultra. Instead, the new lens would use a periscope design and be able to change the focal length while connecting to a single sensor. iPhone 15 Pro Max versus Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra performance. Here's where things get interesting and a little complicated. Typically, the chipset powering Apple's iPhones sets the performance standard, and that's true of the A16 Bionic chipset inside the iPhone 14 Pro Max to a point. While the A16 posts superior benchmarking numbers in many tests, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy Silicon that powers the Galaxy S23 Ultra beat Apple's chip in some graphics tests. The iPhone 15 Pro Max is likely a 17 Bionic chip figures to rectify that. It's going to be built on a 3nm process compared to the 4nm A16 Bionic. The smaller the process, the denser the transistors, which means greater improvements in power and efficiency. In other words, advantage iPhone 15 Pro Max. Or perhaps not. The Galaxy S24 Ultra is likely to feature the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. And early benchmarks of that Qualcomm silicon have it beating the A16 Bionic by 11% on Geekbench 6. The A16 isn't the A17, of course, but it's clear that the competition between the iPhone 15 Pro Max and Galaxy S24 Ultra will be the closest in years. The Galaxy S24 Ultra might hold another edge over the iPhone 15 Pro Max unless Apple makes a major change with this year's phones. The Galaxy S23 Ultra shipped with 256 GB as its base-level storage, something that's apparently continuing with the S24 Ultra. That's double the capacity of the iPhone 14 Pro Max base model, though perhaps Apple might increase capacity for its upcoming phones. iPhone 15 Pro Max versus Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra battery life and charging. Assuming we're right about the iPhone 15 Pro Max running on an A17 Bionic, that could mean promising things for the new phone's battery life. The promised power efficiency of the new chipset should help the iPhone last longer on a charge. And considering that the iPhone 14 Pro Max already ranks highly on our best phone battery life list, we're excited to see how long the iPhone 15 Pro Max can hold out. The Galaxy S23 Ultra was no slouch either when it came to battery life, also ranking among the longest-lasting phones. It will be interesting to see if the Galaxy S24 Ultra can improve upon that performance, particularly if it has to support an even faster refresh rate. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.